If your gestational diabetes numbers spike after breakfast, even when you feel like you're doing everything right, this one's for you. Stay tuned. Breakfast is hands down the most common trouble spot I see with gestational diabetes. And over the past 20 years, working both in a hospital gestational diabetes clinic and in private practice, I've had this exact conversation thousands of times. Why is breakfast the hardest meal, you ask? Well, it's because of the dawn phenomenon. In the early hours of the morning, your body releases hormones, including cortisol and growth hormone, that signal your liver to release glucose into your bloodstream. It's designed to wake you up and fuel your day. But during pregnancy, you're already more insulin resistant. So when you layer breakfast on top of the natural glucose rise, numbers can climb quickly. And here's what I see far too often. Women get frightened by those readings, so they cut carbs completely. No toast, no fruit, no cereal, just eggs, or sometimes barely anything at all. But your body is not a computer. Removing carbs doesn't automatically equal perfect numbers, and it certainly doesn't support a growing baby. I remember being a brand new graduate dietitian, asked to speak at an antenatal group about gestational diabetes. I understood the clinical facts, I could explain insulin resistance, but I didn't yet understand what it felt like to sit in that room. Years later, after sitting with women through tears, guilt, fear, cultural food traditions, work pressures, conferences, caring for toddlers while pregnant, I realised something much bigger. Nutrition has to fit around life, not the other way around. So let's make this practical. Carbohydrates are not the enemy, but the amount and the pairing matter. At breakfast, I usually aim for a specific carbohydrate range, and I always combine it with protein. Protein slows glucose absorption. Fat improves satiety. Lower glycemic index choices support steadier readings. These are some of my clinic favourites, and honestly, foods I eat myself. My go-to breakfast is muesli with nuts, Greek yogurt and cut-up fruit. I vary the fruit for variety. The yogurt gives protein, the nuts add healthy fats, and the carbs are balanced and controlled. For many women, that works beautifully. Another strong option is eggs on whole grain or sourdough toast with avocado. The toast provides structured carbohydrate, the eggs deliver protein, and the avo supports fullness. Oats also can work well, especially when built properly. So there I often suggest oats with cinnamon, nuts and Greek yogurt stirred through. The cinnamon adds flavour without added sugar. Now if you prefer savoury but simple, whole grain toast with peanut butter and a side of yogurt or a banana can be a practical solution. The goal isn't carb elimination, it's carb strategy. And here's something many women don't realise. Breakfast success often starts the night before. If fasting readings are creeping up, I frequently suggest a glass of milk before bed or another low glycemic index snack to help stabilise glucose overnight. Supporting steady levels while you sleep can reduce the liver's glucose output in the early morning. Gestational diabetes is a 24-hour picture, not just a 7 a.m. decision. And one more thing. If your numbers aren't perfect, that doesn't mean that you've failed. Placental hormones rise as pregnancy progresses. Insulin resistance changes week to week. Stress, sleep, illness, they all influence your readings. Sometimes we adjust food, sometimes we adjust timing, sometimes medication is part of the picture. None of that is personal failure. Now, if you're navigating gestational diabetes right now, I hope this gives you both clarity and confidence. Save these recipes so that you've got them ready for when you're planning your week. And subscribe for more GD-friendly meals that are realistic, balanced, and designed for real life, not perfection. You're doing better than you think. I'll see you again soon. Do breakfast. I'm sorry, I've lost it again. Thanks. report steadier readings.